So welcome to Virtualize Everything. Today I was doing a installation of Proxmox on a new laptop I was setting up so that I'd have a new demo server to use for showing some things for you guys. So due to the fact that I was setting up the new laptop, I had to make a installation drive. So of course I went over to the Proxmox website and went to the download page and downloaded the Proxmox the installation installer ISO, and then comes the process of actually flashing it to a USB drive and making it bootable. And this may be very straightforward to some of you, but others of you might struggle with this and question how to do it. So I wanted to make a short little video on showing you how to do that fact. So here on a Mac, after we download the file, and we have the file downloaded right here, we need to do something called hashing the file. And basically we're going to use the information provided to us here in this line to look at if this file is legitimate. And again, I've gone ahead and already done this process, but I can pull it up for you so you can see. And on a Mac, I used the command sha sum-a space 256, which designates the bit rate. And then I can just copy and paste that file into the terminal to enter that command prompt here on a Mac. And other operating systems aren't going to be that easy, but that is just a nice thing here on the Mac. And you can see that that generates a nice long string here in this file. What you're going to do here is verify that string to this string here provided to you from Proxmox. If everything verifies out, you know you got a good copy of Proxmox and you can move on to the next step. So the next step is going to use some software called Banana Etcher, and that can be found here at the etcher.banana.io website, and you can just go over to, I believe, the download section, which appears to have been the page that I automatically found when I downloaded it, and you can just press download. That'll actually move you to lower in the page, and you can see this is available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So it doesn't matter what operating system you're using, you're going to be able to use this part of the tutorial for making your USB drive for installing Proxmox. If I bring up the application that we're going to use to install it, we can start by going flash from file, and that's going to let us designate the file. We can browse through, we find our Proxmox, we press open, and that goes pretty quick. The next thing it's going to ask us is to select target, and it can show us all of our different targets here. Neither of these are what we want, so I'm just going to go ahead and exit that screen, and I'm going to actually replug in my USB drive. With my USB drive plugged in, it now shows up, and we can hit select one. Now I just have to hit flash, and my system's going to ask me here on a Mac for my system password. I'll go ahead and give it to it, and the flash process will continue. Now I'll be back here shortly to show you the next steps after it's finished, but they're going to be quite easy. All right, so we're back here, and you can notice that our flashing tool has finished. We have the option to flash another one, and of course we don't need to. So for the next step, all we need to do is close out the window by hitting the X key, and it should have already demounted the drive. So you can just go ahead and pull it out from your USB slot, and you're ready to start your Proxmox install on your chosen Proxmox system. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and it answered whatever questions you had about creating a USB installation drive for Proxmox. And as always, have a good night.